मैं करूँ उसके बाद जब फिनिश करेंगे तब आप बोलना शुरू कर सकते हैं।
Yeah, just you have to turn it on. You just have to turn this on and it turns a green light.
And it can come off too if Panditji needs to hold
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's check it.
That's why I like. माइक तो अगर हो तो अच्छा, नहीं तो कोई भैया जैसा है।
Is he going to be speaking the whole time? Okay.
Just want to Hema Walia.
Okay. Okay. Will you be the only one speaking? Just for the live stream. Okay. Okay.
हाँ वो बात है। हाँ तो मैं बताऊँगा क्या टेस्ट है। हाँ हाँ मैं रुकूँगा, मैं तो वहाँ पर परमिशन तो
Wow. Very good. Yes.
Oh, the clip here? Oh, got you. All right. Good? Good.
सभी 2 मिनट में शुरू करें।
Ready?
10 बज गए वैसे तो।
Okay, हम लोगों को बिठा दें।
हाँ। मामा जी
Hello.
शुरू करिए। 10 बज गए।
Good? I didn't have to do anything? Okay. When I start, the volume high, little bit high.
Do you know if this is working? Mike? It says green, but
Yeah, this is for the live stream, and this one I can do that.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. Namaste. My name is Akanksha. Dr. Sanjeev Walia is my uncle, my mamaji. Some of you here in the room know me as Sonu. That's my childhood name. This is a sacred moment for all of us, family and friends, as we gather here today to remember and honor Dr. Hema Walia and pray for the peace of her soul. We will begin in a few minutes. Pandit Ramdat Upadhyay ji will guide us through the Shanti mantras and prayers for the peace of Hema Mami ji. Pandit ji, आप आ जाइए. आप यहाँ से बोलेंगे? आपको इधर से बोलना है किधर से बोलना है?
यहाँ से बोलो.
ठीक है.
नमस्कारम. भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्. ॐ नारायणाय नमः. ॐ ब्रह्मणे नमः. ॐ रुद्राय नमः. महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वत्यै नमः. ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. ॐ शांति शांति शांति. वैसे आप सभी को मालूम है, आप सभी को मालूम है, इनसे हम अपरिचित नहीं हैं. ये जीवन की घटनाएं हैं. आना जाना सभी ने जाना, पर कब जाना है ये किसी ने न जाना. कब जाना है ये लिखा हुआ नहीं है. लिखा हुआ है लेकिन हम अनजान हैं. हम नहीं जानते कि हमें कब जाना है. इसलिए हमारे गीता शास्त्र पुराण ये सब सावधान करते हैं कि बी अलर्ट, सावधान हो जाइए. जीवन का कोई भरोसा नहीं है. सबका भरोसा है लेकिन जीवन का, समय का कोई भरोसा नहीं है. हमारे शास्त्र गीता में लिखा है कि यह आत्मा किसी भी प्रकार के अस्त्रों से, पानी से, आग से, किसी भी प्रकार से ये मारा नहीं जा सकता. क्योंकि ये जैसे ईश्वर अमर है उसी प्रकार आत्मा भी, क्योंकि ईश्वर का पार्ट ऑफ ईश्वर, पार्ट ऑफ गॉड, वो उसका अंश है होने के नाते वो भी अमर है. केवल अपने इस जन्म में या पूर्व जन्म में किए हुए कर्मों के कारण इस जन्म में जन्म लेकर के आता है. और यहाँ का जो कर्म है जब पूरा हो जाता है तो कोई न कोई माध्यम बन जाता है उसको ऊपर जाने का, शरीर छोड़ने का एक माध्यम हो जाता है. कोई डिजीज है, कोई घटनाएं हैं, कोई कुछ है, वो माध्यम बन जाता है इंसान को. ये यहाँ का काल समाप्त करके उसको जाना ही पड़ता है. ये परमात्मा का अचल नियम है. पर हम आपका ज़्यादा समय ना लेते हुए आज का जो कार्यक्रम है, पहले हमारी थोड़ी 15-20 मिनट की सेरेमनी होगी. उसके बाद में हेमा जी के बारे में, उनके अच्छाई के बारे में, उनके जीवन काल के बारे में जो आप अच्छे शब्द बोल सकते हैं उनकी प्रशंसा के रूप में आप बोलेंगे, आप सभी लोग जिनको बोलना है. और उसके बाद में जब कार्यक्रम आपका बोलने का पूरा हो जाएगा फिर आप सभी लोग खड़े होकर के ओम का उच्चारण करके एक 30 सेकंड साइलेंस, मौन धारण करेंगे उन आत्मा की डिपार्टेड सोल की पीस के लिए, शांति के लिए. उसके बाद में आप बैक से स्टार्ट करते हुए 1 बाय 1 फ्लावर्स पेटल्स यहाँ रखा हुआ है, आप ले करके उनको यहाँ चढ़ा करके आप यहाँ से निकलते हुए आग बाहर निकल जाएंगे. उसके बाद में बॉडी वहाँ की मिशन में चली जाएगी. हरि ओम. नाउ मैं आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट माय सर्विस. आई विल रिक्वेस्ट टू Walia ji, प्लीज कम हियर. हरि ओम। इसको लेफ्ट हैंड में कर लीजिए, इसको राइट हैंड से कवर कर लीजिए। ओम गंगे चैमने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जलेस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। षण्णो देवी रविष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये संयोरविश्रवन्तु नः। ओम सर्वेव तीर्थेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितर दुरितानि पराशुभ यद्भद्रं तन्न आशुभ। आपोहिष्टामयो भुवस्तान ऊर्जे ददातन महेरणाय चक्षसे यो व शिव तमोरसस् तस्य भाजयते घनः उष्यतेरिव मातर तस्मा अरंगमामव तस्य छियाय जन्मत आपो जन यथा चनः। ओम इसको तो हिला दीजिए। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः। ओम विष्णु 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 श्रीमन् भोक्तुमां प्रत विष्णुराज्ञया प्रोक्तमानस्य अद्य श्रीश्वरवाराकल्पे वैवर्ष मन्वन्तरष्टाविंशतिमे कलियुगे कलि प्रथम चरणे में दक्षिणे भागे ऐन्द्रखंडे अमेरिका देशे खंडे च फ्लोरिडा राज्ये फोर्ट पियर्स नाम ग्रामे मासानुत्तमे मासे तमे मास्य माघशीर्षमास शुक्ले पक्षे अद्य द्वितीयायां प्रतिपदायां द्वितीयायां शुभपुण्यतिथौ कश्यप गोत्रोत्पन्नयजमानस्य ओम संजीव वालिया नाम यजमानस्य स्वधर्म पत्नी सुहागवती धर्मपत्नी देह प्राप्त स्वर्ग कामनया ओम ऊर्ध्वलोक स्वर्ग कामनया इदम कार्य इदम संस्कार कर्म बोलो अहम करिष्ये। एक जल का छींटा यहाँ डाल दीजिए। ओम अब इसके द्वारा पूरा जल छड़ी में जल का छींटा दे दी। ओम अयोध्या मथुरा माया काशी कांची अवंतिका पुरी द्वारावती चैव सप्तैते मोक्षदायकाः। विश्वानि देव सवितर दुरितानि पराशुभ यद्भद्रं तन्न आशुभ। ओम स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धस्तुखा विश्वेदा स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गौरध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरि। थोड़ा टीका लगा दीजिए। ना इस फिंगर से माथे में लगा दीजिए। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। अब इसमें गंगा जल है तो गंगा जल और तुलसी सोना उसके मुंह में उनकी मुंह में आप रख दीजिए, पानी में टच कर दें। ओम हिरण्यवर्णाम हरिणीं सुवर्ण रजतस्सजां चंद्रां हिरण्यलक्ष्मीं जातवे एदो महावह। जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिर्ध्यानगम्यं वंदे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथ। इस फिंगर से दोनों आँख में, दोनों कान में, मुख में, दोनों कान में, मुख में, दोनों कान के उसमें लगा दीजिए। ओम त्र्यंबकम आँख में अंदर यहाँ। ओम त्र्यंबकम यजामहे सुगंधिम पुष्टिवर्धनम उर्वारुकमिव वंदनान् मृत्यु दोनों आँखों के अंदर उर्वारुकमिव वंदनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। शेषते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या बहुरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम विष्णो व्यातमम मिखण सबलोकमैखाण हरि ओम। इसको यहाँ से एक बार थोड़ा सा यहाँ जाना पड़ेगा, इसको हटाना पड़ेगा, इसको थोड़ा सा हटाना पड़ेगा माय फ्रेंड। वी नीड टू मेक अ राउंड, थोड़ा सा हटाना पड़ेगा उसको। Take off. This we can put here. Good. This one will be here. We need to round, take a round. Good. Good. Om Jai Tirthani Prataranti Srikashthani Khangina Te Sagung Satrayojane Bandhanvani Tanvamasi. और के लिए करना पड़ेगा ना। जय तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रीकाष्ठानि खंगिण ते सागुं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसे। दीपो ज्योति परब्रह्म दीपो ज्योति जनार्दन दीपो मे हरति पापम दीप ज्योति नमोस्तुते। इसमें एक पिन उठा लीजिए, एक पूरा पिंड इनकी छाती में लीजिए। ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरि। यहाँ रख दीजिएगा। शीर्षते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या बहुरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम अभिष्णो व्यातम मम मिखाण सबलोकम मिखाण हरि ओम। विश्वानि देव सविता दुरितानि पराशुभ यद्भद्रं तन्न आशुभ। वृक्ष शुभो थोड़ा सा होल्ड कीजिएगा तो, क्योंकि नीचे बैठने से
जी जी
इसलिए मैं उनको ऊपर खड़े खड़े कराता हूँ।
मैं चप्पल उतार दूं?
हाँ मैं इसको सेट करूँ। इस उंगली को आप इस फिंगर में इसमें पहन लीजिए। ओम अग्नेन सुपथाराय अस्मान् वयुनान् विद्वान् ययो दत्मजुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नम उक्तिं विधेम। अग्नेन सुपथाराय अस्मान् वयुनान् विद्वान् ययो दत्मजुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नम उक्तिं विधेम। आप इसमें से एक एक थोड़ा ड्रॉप ऐसे लेते हुए करते हुए अब यहाँ टच करते हुए यहाँ डाल दीजिएगा, एक एक ड्रॉप, ज़्यादा नहीं। ओम अग्ने स्वाहा, हाथ में छीटा मार देना बस। ओम भू स्वाहा, थोड़ा छीटा मार देगा। ओम भुव स्वाहा, ओम भुव स्वाहा, ओम भुव स्वाहा, ओम अग्ने स्वाहा, ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा, ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा, ओम रुद्राय स्वाहा, ओम सर्वप्राश्चित्ते स्वाहा, ओम त्र्यंबकं जजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृता स्वाहा, ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृता स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृता स्वाहा। ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा। ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा। विष्णवे स्वाहा। ओम यज्ञेन यज्ञमय जन्त देवाः तान् धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन्नतिः नाकं महिमानः सचन्दित पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः स्वाहा। ओम सर्वप्रायश्चित्ते स्वाहा। ओम विष्णवे स्वाहा। विष्णवे स्वाहा। विष्णवे स्वाहा। विष्णवे स्वाहा। वरुणाय स्वाहा। वरुणाय स्वाहा। वरुणाय स्वाहा। अग्निवरुणाभ्यां स्वाहा। अग्निवरुणाभ्यां स्वाहा। अग्निवरुणाभ्यां स्वाहा। ओम भू स्वाहा। भुव स्वाहा। स्वः स्वाहा। ओम सर्वप्रायश्चित्तेभ्यो स्वाहा। सर्व अष्टेभ्यो स्वाहा। सर्व इंद्रियेभ्यो स्वाहा। ओम यमाय स्वाहा। यमाय स्वाहा। यमाय स्वाहा। यमाय स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। छोड़ दीजिए, छोड़ दीजिए, इसको छोड़ दीजिए, ये काम है। यहाँ खड़े हो जाइएगा तो। ओम कृत्वा सुदुष्कृतं कर्म जानता वापि अजानता मृत्यु कालवशं नरम पंचत्वम आगत धर्माय धर्मता समायुक्तम भूर्लोभमो समावृतं देहं गात्राणि देहं गच्छतुरि प्रवाह। अब इसको इनके माथे में 3 बार हिट करिए, इसको यहाँ छोड़ दीजिए। ओके, अब 1 मिनट, इसको हम बाहर रख सकते हैं। बाहर? बाहर, इसके बाहर, यहाँ से बॉडी यहाँ से जाएगी, यहीं से बाहर जब वहाँ ये नहीं, जब ये बॉडी जाएगी ये बॉडी के अंदर हम रखेंगे इसको, याद दिला दीजिएगा। हाँ, बाहर। अब इसको सेंटर बोल दीजिए, इसको यहाँ रख दीजिएगा, नीचे दबा कर दीजिए, एक उधर उस साइड में। ओम प्राच्यै नमः। ओम प्रतीच्यै नमः। उदीच्यै नमः, इसके अंदर कपड़े के अंदर, या उदीच्यै नमः, यहाँ रखिएगा, यहाँ उदिच्यै नमः। तिच्यै नमः। यज्ञेन यज्ञमयन्त देवाः तान् धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन्नति अनाकं महिमानः स्वच्छन्दपूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः। ओम अभ्य संवृता पृथिवे शाश्वस्य कर्मणः होतताग्रे तस्य त्वष्टा विदधद्रूपमे एति तन्मर्तस्य देवोत्तमाजानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुखं महन्तमादित्यवर्णं तमसाः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वा ते मृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापते चर्दिगर्भे अन्तर्जायमानो बहुधा विजायते तच्च योनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीराः तस्मिन् हस्तत्रुभुवना अनिविश्वां जो देवेभ्यो आतपतिजो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वोजो देवेभ्यो जातो नमो रुचाय ब्रह्मणे ऋषं ब्रह्मं जनयन्तो देवाग्रे तद्ब्रुवन्न यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यातस्य देवास्तन्वशेषैश्च ते लक्ष्मी इष्टपत्न्या अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमोष्णो व्यातं ममुखण सर्वलोकमिखण हरिः ओम श्रीशते लक्ष्मी इष्टपत्न्या अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमविष्णो व्यातं ममुखण सर्वलोकमिखण हरिः ओम। बेटी अब ना तो संबंधी लोग आप यहाँ लगाइए, इनको को हाफ उड़ाइएगा, चेहरा कवर नहीं करना। तो ऐसे आ जाओ। ओम वसो पवित्रमसि सतधारं वसो पवित्रमसि सतधारं देवस्त्वा सविता पुनातु वसो पवित्रेण सतधारेण सुप्वा कामधुक्षः स्वाहा। सर्वभूतादिकेषु लोकलज्जा निवारे मयोपवातुभ्यं वासस्य प्रतिगताम। बाद में जो बॉडी बाहर ले जाए उसको पूरा कवर करने का। अब हो गया, बैठ जाइएगा। थैंक यू। अब आप बैठ जाइए, हो गया। ना ना ना, अभी रही वहाँ बॉडी में, वहाँ जब जाएंगे ना तो उठा करके बड़ी को अंदर यहाँ रख देने का। ठीक है, बैठ जाइए।
कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं तो बोल सकते हैं।
मैं
अगर आपका आपका
टाइम है,
हाँ आप बोल सकते हैं, 5 मिनट बोल सकते हैं।
5 मिनट।
अगर आप बोलना चाहें।
अच्छा चलिए। जैसे कि अभी आपने देखा कि हमने कुछ आइटम्स ऑफर किए बॉडी के ऊपर। मैं आपको एक एक थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करना चाहता हूँ। ये जो हमने ऑफर किया है इसको बोलते हैं पिंड। पिंड मीन्स बॉडी। जब सोल जब बॉडी छोड़ के चला जाता है ऊपर, उसको एक बॉडी मिलती है, उसको बोलते हैं भोग शरीर, सूक्ष्म शरीर बोलते हैं। मैं आपको छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ। आप ड्रीम देखते होंगे, एवरीबॉडी ड्रीम तो देखती हैं। जब आप ड्रीम देखते हैं आप फिजिकल बॉडी के साथ में नहीं होते, पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ यात्रा करते हुए होते हैं, कहाँ जाते हुए होते हैं, किसी से मिलते हुए होते हैं। केवल आपका जो सूक्ष्म शरीर वो मिलता है, लेकिन आप उसी माप में आप वही वहाँ दिखाई देते हैं, उतनी ही लंबाई दिखाई देते हैं आप। लेकिन आपका स्थूल शरीर आपके बेड पर है, केवल आप ड्रीम देख रहे हैं। ये उसी प्रकार से सेम वे ये सोल जो है वहाँ उसको वैसे ही बॉडी मिलेगी। पिंड माने होता है बॉडी। ये पिंड देने से उसको जो सूक्ष्म शरीर उसको प्राप्त होती है, और उस सूक्ष्म शरीर के द्वारा इस जन्म में जो भी कर्म वहाँ भोगना लिखा है वो वहाँ भोग करके जब कर्म वहाँ के खत्म हो जाएंगे तो यहाँ फिर पुनः अगर आना होगा, ये तो आएंगी, क्योंकि कृष्ण पक्ष में दक्षिणायन में इनका देहावसान हुआ है, पुनः उनको आना पड़ेगा किसी न किसी संबंधियों के घर में पुत्र बन करके। आत्मा न तो स्त्री न तो पुरुष, आत्मा आत्मा है, वो फीमेल के रूप में भी आ सकता है और लिंग यानी कि मेल के रूप में भी वो आ सकता है, पुत्र के रूप में भी आ सकता है। इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं सूक्ष्म शरीर। उसके बाद में आपको देखा ये हमने एक ग्रास है, ड्राई ग्रास, इसको बोलते हैं हम लोग होली ग्रास, कुशा। ये कुशा भगवान विष्णु के बॉडी से उत्पन्न हुआ है। बॉडी में जो रोएँ हैं, हमारे बालों में शरीर में जो रोएँ हैं वो भगवान विष्णु की शरीर की रोएँ हैं, उसमें से ये प्रकट हुआ है। ये पितरों को बहुत पसंद है, तो उसको संसार जो चला जाता है उसका नाम होता है पितर, उसको हम बोलते हैं पितर, और उसको बोलते हैं पितृलोक में चला गया। उसके बाद में आपने देखा ये जौ फर्स्ट फूड, भूमंडल जब बना था सबसे पहला फूड हुआ था ये जौ, बार्ले। इस जौ को पितरों ने बहुत पसंद किया। भगवान विष्णु का प्रिय ये जो काला तिल, सेसमी सीड, ये भी भगवान विष्णु के पसीने से उत्पन्न हुए हैं। अब ये भी पितरों को बहुत पसंद है। जो उनकी पसंद की, आपकी पसंद की चीज़ें अगर आपको ला के दी जाए तो यू विल बी हैप्पी। उसी प्रकार उस पितरों को जो पसंद है उनकी वस्तुओं को उनको देने से पितृमंडल प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं। उसके बदले में उनकी फैमिली मेंबर को, परिवार को ब्लेसिंग मिलती है, तो उस आत्मा को मुक्ति मिलती है। तुलसी का पत्ता आपने मुंह में डाला, गंगा का जल हमने मुंह में डाला। गंगा का अवतरण हुआ है पापियों का उद्धार करने के लिए और जो लोगों को मुक्ति प्रदान करने के लिए। या फिर भले गंगा जी में जा सको या नहीं, परंतु केवल एक शब्द बोलने से मुक्ति मिल जाती है। क्या? गंगे तव दर्शनात् मुक्ति। हे गंगे माँ, तेरा नाम लेने मात्र से ही मुक्ति मिल जाती है। तो गंगा मैया भूमंडल में लोगों को मुक्ति देने के लिए भगवान विष्णु के चरणों से निकली है और ब्रह्मा जी के कमंडल में आई। ब्रह्मा जी के कमंडल से शिव जी के जटा में आई, जटा से वो लोग भागीरथ महाराज सबका उद्धार करने के लिए गंगा माता भूमंडल में आई। गंगा जल का पान और तुलसी का पान, तुलसी साक्षात महालक्ष्मी का रूप है, उसको खिलाने से उसको मुक्ति मिल जाती है। और हमने एक आइटम उनकी मुंह में डाला, उसको बोलते हैं गोल्ड, सोना। सोना दान करने से, सोना मुख में डालने से उसकी आयु बढ़ती है, यानी कि 100 वर्ष की उम्र। हमारी वेदों की आज्ञा है, जीवेम शरदा शतम, वी वांट टू लिव 100 years एंड मोर। ये वेद की आज्ञा है कि 100 वर्ष तक जीव जी सकता है अगर चाहे तो, अपने संयमित जीवन जिए करके, आहार विहार को संयम रखते हुए। ही कैन लिव 100 years एंड मोर। अभी तो जितने योगी लोग होते हैं हजारों साल की उम्र भी गिनाते हैं, परंतु वेद की आज्ञा कि हमको जीवेम शरदा शतम, 100 वर्ष तक हम जी सकें। हमारी जब तक कि जिए, हमारी शरीर की सारी इंद्रियां सबल हों और बलवान हो, इस प्रकार से हम जिए, ऐसी भावना की जाती है। इसलिए आपको मैंने थोड़ा व्याख्या करके बताया। और वैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि गीता का एक श्लोक है, नैनम छिंदंती शस्त्राणी, केवल जीव आत्मा, इस शरीर में जीव आत्मा प्रवेश करती है माँ के गर्भ से, माँ के माध्यम से संसार में अपने अपने कर्मों का फल भोगने के लिए आते हैं। जब कर्म का फल खत्म हो जाता है और वो जीव संसार छोड़ के चला जाता है। ये सब केवल एक व्यक्ति का नहीं है, पूरे, केवल एक मनुष्य का नहीं, जीव जंतु पेड़ पौधे, ये सब का नाम, सबका एक कानून है, एक नियम है, ये लिखा हुआ है। कब तक वृक्ष को वहाँ रहना है, कब तक उस पौधे को उसके वहाँ रहना है, कब तक उस फल को वहाँ वृक्ष में रहना है, ये सब लिखा हुआ है। लेकिन हम अनजान हैं, हम अनजान हैं, इसीलिए हम कुछ नहीं जानते। केवल परमात्मा की शरण में जाकर के परमात्मा से प्रार्थना करें, प्रभु हम कुछ नहीं जानते, हम तेरे बालक हैं, हमसे कोई भी जीवन में भूल हो गई हो हमें माफ़ करना। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Thank you, Panditji. We will now hear from family and friends of Dr. Hema Walia who wish to share their memories about her. I would first like to ask my uncle, Dr. Sanjeev Walia, to come here and say a few words.
I'm little sad to welcome you all. You have been here. Thank you very much for being here with us for her last journey. I met Hema in Los Angeles. She came for a conference and I picked up at the airport and we knew we had instant connection. We were introduced by our mutual friends. She was an accomplished person. In her medical school, she won several awards. She was a gold medalist. She came to this country, did her training in anesthesia, and she was a critical care fellow, and subsequently she became an assistant professor of anesthesiology at New York Medical College, and after that we met. And then she moved to Fort Pierce and she worked with Dr. Molina and his associates at Lawnwood Hospital. I have very good memories of her. We spent 42 long years together. they seem short. I wish there could have been more. In our culture and in our religious we are supposed to be married for 7 lifetimes. We believe in incarnation. And I wish in every reincarnation for both of us we are together. And I will never forget her. She will always be part of my life. We call it Ardhangini, is your better half. And she will always be my better half in as many rebirths I take and as many reincarnations I take in any form. Again, I thank you very much for joining us to pay a final tribute to her. Thank you.
We will now hear from Atul Singh, nephew of Dr. Hema Walia, who's going to come here and share his memories.
So I'm not sure how much I can say, but I've now lost the last of the 3 women who helped take care of me as a young child, and my brother. And they taught us, early on in life, many values, important values that I will carry through the rest of my life and forever be indebted to them. And my aunt, I will always miss her generosity, her love for life, her cooking. I hope that her soul is now with my mother and my grandmother, and that they are all at peace together. And thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Atul. Hema Mamiji was much loved not just by her family, but also her friends and the community in which she lived for so many long years. I would now like to ask Renu and Amrit to come and speak what they want to share with all of you.
Hello everyone. This is Amrit and I'm Renu. Hema was a dear friend to all of us. Our lunch bunch group, I'm representing you guys, and the Port St. Lucie Gals group.
Our friend Hema, she was a beautiful soul, full of life, warmth, and compassion. She had a rare ability to make every space bright just by being there. If someone needed any help, Hema was always there, offering her hands, her time, her heart, her money, whether it was decorating for a celebration, cooking a delicious meal, or giving a medical advice.
She was a doctor by profession, as you all know, and a very good one at that. But a creative decorator / designer by heart. There was no occasion or event where Hema did not have her creative juices flowing and come out with exquisite ideas. Her garage knew about her skill and faithfully stored all her supplies needed for her creativity, which we all knew. Her creativity was beyond designing as well. She loved to dance, as you all see in these videos, whether it was recreational or performing on stage. She sang very well devotional and popular Hindi songs. She always sang the Hindi version of the birthday wishes for everyone's birthday, which was Bar Bar, which kept saying happy birthday forever. Her love for animals was beyond measure. She loved them and pampered them dearly. I used to be jealous of those animals. Whenever she went out to eat, she definitely packed food to take home. Sorry, Sanjeev, we all thought it was for you, but no, it was for her dear Mulan, her ever-loving sweet dog. I used to tease her that she is a cat with 9 lives. She would often relate incidences, and it was like, how did you survive this situation even without a scratch? I do wish, Hema, that you had more lives.
She was either very good or very bright, and whenever we play games for wedding or bridal, she always went. And then we will always laugh because it was always expected Hema is going to win all the games. Her loss leaves a deep vacuum, but we will always cherish her friendship, her vibrant energy. Our community is blessed to have Sheena as a gift from this family, a gift that keeps on giving. She has left an indelible mark on all of us, and St. Lucie County will not be same without her.
Our lunch bunch and our Port St. Lucie group will never ever be the same without you, our dear Hema. We do promise that we will keep your ever enthusiastic spirit and your positivity alive and carry you in our hearts forever. Though we are heartbroken, we are grateful for the time we all had together. Rest in peace, my friend.
May her pure and loving soul rest in eternal peace. बिछड़े कुछ इस अदा से कि रुत बदल गई, एक शख्स सारे शहर को वीराना कर गया. Thank you.
Thank you, Renu and Amrit. I would now like to invite Bapu Thomas to come here and share a few words with us.
You know, it goes without saying that, Hema was an incredible human being, a fantastic doctor, but her obvious presence was felt by everyone well beyond the hospital bounds. A tremendous cook, but more importantly, she cooked to enjoy and entertain. We were privileged to know her for quite some time, and we had little functions. Our daughter's wedding reception, our son Joseph, who's here, his wedding reception, and off late our son Alex's wedding reception. It wasn't like she would volunteer, she would actually take over. I remember asking Rose, do we have all the things we need? She said, let me check with Hema and see what we need. She did not ask what we needed. She said, I'll get all the things you need. If I don't have it in my garage, I will have it ordered and I will bring it to you. She did. And this last setup, she was not in the best of health, but she ordered the right stuff, she set it up, and she was there to make sure everything was well taken care of. She had a tremendous knack for laughter. She did not live in gloom and doom. Even as she was struggling with the challenges of health, She never quit. When, if memory serves, she had that transplant about 25 years ago, and they gave her about 10 or a few years plus or minus. Again, I believe she was around for well over 25 years after that. Most would not have made it. And I'm not sure if this is true, but I was told she happens to be the longest surviving multi-organ transplant patient in all of Jackson Memorial's history. That's determination. That is will to live. She did not live in gloom and doom, as I said before. If there is one thing she enjoyed, it was hearing a joke or two. And she always wanted to laugh, and she would always ask me, tell me one that I haven't heard. Most of us will probably say, this is not the time for gloom and for jokes. But gloom and doom is not what she was for. She was ready for a laughter. Hema, I got one for you. There's a gentleman died. He was at the pearly gates. St. Peter would ask him, hey, wait a second. I don't have any history of you. What exactly have you done? He said, let me tell you. The other day, I was walking by. It was dawn of dusk, just getting dark. And I saw this poor woman being attacked by a gang of 5. She was clutching her purse as hard as she could. But these thugs would beat her up. She had bloody face, and she still wanted to hold on to her purse. I do not know what came over me. I went over there, and I saw the gang leader, and he had a big lip ring. I ripped it out of his lips, blood gushing out, with red teeth glaring at me. I told him, you'll have to deal with me if you don't let that lady alone. St. Peter looks at him and says, my God, this is fantastic. Come on in. But by the way, when did this happen? A couple of minutes ago. So you take the chance and Hema, laugh with us. Here's a little note that I wrote as if it is coming from Hema. There's a frame that should go here, and it will probably stay in the Sanjeev Walia household for the rest of their life. And this is, again, remember, this is coming from Hema to my grieving family and friends. Here's my message to you, though I must take my leave now. I'm in my special way enjoying this beautiful flower arrangement. You know I was a sucker for all things beautiful, but flowers always took the cake. Though words I can no longer utter, allow me to thank you all for you have done for me, my loving husband Sanjeev, and most special daughter Sheena, and all of you, my dear friends, now my very own extended family. I fought the fight, and your love provided me with the needed armor. You couldn't love me more. You gave me no more. Though I must leave now, regrets I have none. Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took his hand as I heard his call, and I turned back and left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work, to play. Tasks left undone must stay that way. I have found the peace at the close of the day. If my part has left a void, of course I know it did, then fill it with remembrance of joy, a friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. Ah yes, those things I too will miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you sunshine of tomorrow. My life has been full, I savored much. Good friends, good times. I loved once such I had it all. Perhaps my time seemed all too brief. Don't lengthen it with undue grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wants me now. He set me free. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Babu. I'm sorry. So, we live in Philadelphia. My husband Munish, myself, my daughters, and we've been spending winters here in Florida for the last few years. And my daughters had the privilege of really forming their own bond with Hema Mamiji. I would now like to ask my daughter Ruchika, who would like to share her thoughts about her connection with her. Ruchika.
Hello. My name is Ruchika, and I feel grateful to honor my dearest Mamiji, who meant so much to me. There are certain rare people who move through the world in a way that makes everything feel softer and more loving. Mamiji was one of those special souls. She had a glow about her, a warmth that came from deep within. You could feel it in her kindness, in her full-hearted way of loving that wrapped around you, even in the smallest moments. She carried this gentle brilliance, an inner radiance that made everything and everyone around her feel a little brighter. Her joy came so naturally. Her laugh, so sweet, genuine, and unmistakably hers, instantly made you smile and giggle along with her. She had a full of life energy, a way of bringing lightness and liveliness into even the smallest moments. Children adored her. They didn't just like her, they were drawn to her, the way they instinctively are toward people who love openly and purely. And animals sensed her gentle spirit immediately. They trusted her without hesitation. Only people with the truest, softest hearts have that kind of effect on the world around them. When I think of Mamiji, I think of a heart who was endlessly soft and generous, a heart that led her every action. Her presence was truly healing. She radiated care simply by being who she was. She showed up for people she loved, especially through their hardest moments. She did that for me too. There was something steady and healing about her, something that made you feel safe, supported, and held. She gave so easily, so naturally. She touched so many lives with her warmth, and she did it without ever seeking recognition, only with humility, effortless grace, and sincerity. I feel so grateful for every moment I shared with her, every smile, every conversation, every time I just got to be in her company, and which lifted me without her even knowing it. And I know I'm not alone in that. Her light was never meant for just one person. It reached everyone lucky enough to know her. To me, she will always be that glow, that warmth, that kindness, that boundless heart. And her light doesn't leave us. It stays with us, carried in the people she loved, the lives she brightened, in the goodness she spread everywhere she went. We carry her with us, and she remains warm, glowing, full of life, exactly as she always was. I love you, Mamiji.
Thank you, Ruchika. It's my turn now. I want to share a few things about Mamiji, and I'm sorry I'm going to be long. Because when I started writing, I like to write, and it's my catharsis. And I just keep writing, and then I realize this is going to go too long, but bear with me, please. I stand here to pay a humble tribute to Dr. Hema Walia, an incredible woman, devoted wife, a loving mother, a caring sister, an affectionate aunt, and a cherished friend. Let me begin with the first time I met her, my uncle's fiancée, the day before their wedding in Ludhiana. She walked into the room with a warmth and spark that I still remember vividly. She was lovely, yes, she was. But even as a teenager, I could sense there was something extra special about her. Soon after their wedding, Mamaji and Mamiji came back to the US, but she stayed connected through letters, birthday greetings, New Year cards, and I would write back. I remember her writing about going to a Michael Jackson concert. Atul, you were telling me the other day she introduced you to Beatles, right? I remember talking to her about my love for Michael Jackson, Madonna, whatever the craze was at that time, and she remembered. And she wrote in a letter about the concert she had gone for, and she said, "Wish you were here. You would have enjoyed it." That one sentence has stayed with me. Back then, I was just learning how to cook, and I really enjoyed baking. Hema Mamiji, thoughtful as ever, remembered it. My very first cookbook, my kids here know I collect cookbooks. My very first one was a gift from her, a Betty Crocker cookbook she sent for me all the way from America. I still have it, tucked among the hundreds I have collected ever since. Hema Mamiji was special. Did I say that already? But she was. She had a way of seeing people. She really saw them. And she held on to the small things that mattered. My daughters, Ruchika and Prachi, they connected with her very easily. She spoke to them with genuine interest, and they opened up because they knew she truly listened. My husband, Munish, he takes time to warm up to people, but he came to know Hema Mamiji well as we started spending our winter months here in Florida. He respected her calm and welcoming nature and her ability to make even a short conversation feel meaningful. And our chocolate lab, Mochaccino, he adored her. He would walk straight past everyone else in the room just to go sit next to her feet, and he would stay beside her the whole time. Her own dog, Mulan, she passed away last year, as did our Mocha. I take comfort in imagining that Mulan and Mocha have found her again, that their spirits recognized hers when she crossed over. Hema Mamiji was a voracious reader. She was a Bollywood buff, and she loved watching TV shows, as do I. It was fun to talk to her about what we were watching at any given time, what we liked, what we didn't. And when it came to Punjabi songs, that was our shared language. There is a saying in Punjabi, which some of you here will understand, "Nachan wale di addi na rendi, gaan wale da muh, boli main pawa, nach gide vich tu." Mamiji personified it. She loved to sing and she loved to dance. Now I have 2 left feet and I don't have much of a singing voice, but try to stop me from singing at a wedding. I remember Hema Mamiji's joy as we planned together for my daughter's Sangeet. She made it special in ways only she could, with her creativity, her energy, and the way she pulled everyone in. Hema Mamiji also had a beautiful bond with my mother. They were sisters-in-law, but their connection ran far deeper. A shared curiosity, a sharp intellect, and a love for travel. When my mother came to stay with us in Philadelphia, she would look forward to visiting Bobby Mamaji and Hema Mamiji in Florida, and Sheena too. My mom always said spending time with all of them was easy and joyful. 2 years ago, I lost my mom. One of the hardest chapters of my life. Hema Mamiji helped me keep it together. As I processed my grief, she didn't just offer polite comfort or condolences. She showed up to be with my daughter Ruchika while Manish and I were in India. I will always be grateful for her steady, compassionate presence in my hour of need. And Hema Mamiji was there for us in moments of joy too. As we planned our daughter's wedding last year, she was fully involved with big decisions, tiny details, everything in between. Hema Mamiji and Bobby Mamaji stepped into the role of family elders, and they supported us through the whole process. A blessing that has meant more to us than I can express. I really came to understand Hema Mamiji, who she truly was, by watching the relationships at the center of her life. 42 years of partnership with her husband, Dr. Hema Walia, and the extraordinary bond she shared with her daughter Sheena. My uncle may be reserved, but the depth of his love was visible in her final months. The last 4 weeks in the ICU were hard. I watched as Sheena and Mamaji kept vigil by her bedside. I saw my uncle wear 3 hats all at once. That of a doctor, a husband, and a father trying to stay strong for his daughter. A lot for any person to carry. But Mamaji, you handled it. You handled it with dignity and a steady loyalty. That says everything about you, about who you are, and what she meant to you. And I watched my cousin take on responsibilities that would overwhelm anyone. She took care of her father while holding her own heartbreak as her mother slipped away. Sheena, the way you loved your mom honors her life more than any tribute ever could. She trusted you. She leaned on you. She was proud of the woman you've become. I am too. I'm proud of you. These last few weeks, I saw Hema Mamiji fight for her life. Her body weakened, but her spirit did not. And when she finally let go, her spirit simply rose to a place of peace. There's a famous poem by John Donne that I read years ago in college. Death be not proud. I'm not going to read the poem here, but I understand it now. Death changed her physical form, but it did not touch her essence. Grief has taught me that love does not disappear. It too changes form. It becomes a memory. It becomes an influence. Today, as we honor the memory of Dr. Hema Walia, let us remember the lessons she taught us about love, kindness, and the importance of nurturing relationships. Dr. Hema Walia leaves us more than memories. She leaves behind a blueprint for how to live life with grace, to show up for the people we care about. That is her legacy, and her family and friends, all of you here in this room, carry it forward now. I want to close with a Shanti mantra. Astoma satgamaya, tamsoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya, om shanti shanti shanti. Translated, lead me from falsehood to truth, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. This prayer is about the journey of every soul, a reminder that while her body has left us, her immortal spirit has moved into a place of light, an abode of eternal peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sheena's going to share her thoughts.
Hello, everybody. There's not much to say that hasn't been said already, but my mom was and is the best person that I ever knew. She was the best mom. She filled the world with light. She was my light, and I was her light. I will miss her so much. But whenever I get sad, I hold on to the sweet and happy memories. And I'm so grateful that I got to have her for, I think it was almost 28 years after her transplant. Not everybody gets that extra time that I got. And that's all that I hold, that's what I hold close to my heart. Everybody has spoke on light. That is my purpose, is to fill this world with light and joy. We are all missing my mom today, and always. But she's not gone, she's here, and she's here in me. I am so proud to have learned everything I have from her, to be the woman that I am today. There's not much other than I love you, Mommy, and thank you for being there for me every step of the way, even at your last moment, keeping me warm. You're the best, and I love you, Mommy.
If there's anybody here in this room who at this time would like to come forward and say a few words, please do so.
Hi, so when I first came to Fort Pierce, I became partners with Hema. And I didn't realize that she was really a princess. I remember the first time she took me to her house, she showed me her wedding album, and I knew nothing of Indian weddings. And I said, she must have been a princess in her country. It was such an elaborate, beautiful, event. And I said, and all of this from an arranged marriage? And she said, no, I didn't have to do that. So there was many times I was awed by her. And, whenever we were in a really critical situation, she would kind of swoop in and just with this calmness and never lose her cool, she would make the situation better. And it was a while after I'd been there that I found out she had also been an intensive care trained resident. So then I began to understand, why she had so many more skills than I did. And as we, grew to working together, she became like a sister, And I remember going to her house when her mother came to visit, and her mother just offered this warmth and friendliness that, you felt like you knew her forever. And, it was just a very small contact with her, and I always thought, well, I know where Hema gets all her beauty from. And she would talk about her life when she was a young child. And I remember one of our partners, Dr. Molina, just kept begging me to go with him and his wife on a ski trip, and I knew nothing about skiing. And Hema says, oh, I did my whole childhood in India. I said, Hema, where is there snow in India that you can ski on? And as the usual American, I didn't know geography that well in India. And so she said, yeah, I lived like the Himalayas, so that was always funny to me. And unfortunately, her professional life was cut short playing at all about any of this. And she was always worried how she was leaving us in a lurch, because of her illnesses. And I would always say, forget about us. I said, you take care of yourself and your family. We'll carry on. Don't worry about that. And it was Sheena and all the complications she had. And, we all felt like she was not going to carry this pregnancy. And we all were constantly checking up on her, how she was doing in the hospital and stuff. And then when Sheena was born, and when she finally came home, I remember the first time seeing her, and she was like this little teeny newborn puppy. She was so tiny, I was afraid to touch her. And I went like, wow, they let you bring her home this tiny, you know. But she nurtured you along just like, you know, she would. And she loved you very much. She loved her nephews very much. She was very proud of them. She loved her sister. And it was like she had so many hardships in her life. You know, I remember when Sheena got injured at school badly, you know, when her sister went through her medical problems, never once did you hear Hema complain or look at the dark side. She was always optimistic and looking at the bright side. So I don't know that much about her religious beliefs, but I do understand a little bit about reincarnation. And my understanding is if you live a good life, your next level, you'll be even better. So I don't know what the next level is going to hold for her, but you know, in the Christian religion, we would think the only next thing for her is sainthood. So I'm sure she will have a good next life, and I'm sure you'll be there with her. And I just hope everyone remembers that, you know, at one time she was a fabulous physician. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing that. Anybody else who would like to step up right now and say something? Otherwise, we will carry on with the service. Okay. At this time, we will have an audio-visual tribute to Hema Mamiji that my daughter. this time, I would like to ask everybody if they can come up row by row and pay their respects, as I say, their final goodbye to Dr. Hema Walia. I believe they may have to do a little bit of moving of the casket. Kelly, yes, please. Yeah, Sheena, can you come and talk?
अभी 30 सेकंड के वो मौन धारण करवाएंगे.
अच्छा, okay.
उसके बाद में फिर वन बाय वन पीछे
अच्छा,
जैसे
okay.
फ्लावर्स.
Okay, my apologies. Okay. My apologies. The Panditji just told me that he wants everyone to observe 30 seconds of silence. And then
by
he's-
chanting Om.
by chanting Om, which he will lead us in. And then after that, we will do the walkthrough.
Do you want me to move the flowers to the back?
Flower, yeah. Requesting everyone, we will stand on your place and we'll chant Om together, all together. Keep 30 seconds silence to pray for departed soul Hema Walia ji. देवो शांति अंतरिक्ष शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपः शांति औषधय शांति वनस्पतयः शांतिर्विश्वे देवाः शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुण शांति शांति एव शांति सामा शांत्येदि ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम शांति शांति शांति. Okay, ready? Flowers ready? Okay. Our volunteers will be ready with flowers. I will request to everyone from the behind, starting from the behind, please come one by one, take flowers and offer to flowers to Hema Walia ji, and then you go out from this door, going out. And after you're done all the ceremony, family members will be here, and body will go out from here, this door, and after we go in the cremation. Cremation, how many people we allowed, I don't know, but we have small space there, but you all know that about it. Thank you. Now we're starting the flowers.
So बाकी लोग बैठ सकते हैं ना तब तक?
No, everyone. Yeah. Baki, rest people you can sit, but when you have your turn, you can come here from stand by.
How about you start from the back?
That's what
Back, yeah. From here, starting from here.
Starting at the rear, if you'd like to come forward.
Yeah.
You don't have to move the flowers over here.
I took this, I don't use this, it's good.
Okay, just
this,
throw it on the
okay? This will hold.
You bet.
All right.
you bought that? I just bought it online. Yeah, it comes in this nice case.
Like this. Where's the speaker?
Oh, the speaker is right here. Yeah, it's just small.
Oh, small speaker.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's just for recording, right?
Yeah, just for recording. But you can plug it into other speakers. Yeah.
How to get by this one, I do also.
Yeah.
DJI, right?
DJI, yeah.